Check, 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 check. Ooh. All right, we are back. Oh man, y'all can see what's going on right now. If y'all watch it on YouTube, y'all can see I am not in my normal setup. My ass is in Cleveland, Ohio. Y'all probably, who the hell is this girl? Like,
why are you in this like corner?
Right. We are in Cleveland, Ohio, man. It's a special edition Claw Talk podcast, man. We are at Crobar. Hey. We're backstage with the live performers right now. Tell the people who you are. Hey. She just killed it, man. Go ahead and introduce you. It's crazy because before we started recording, she said, I don't feel like my voice was that strong tonight.
Yeah, it's true.
Tell people who you are, then we're going to get into your performance.
Okay. What's up? Hi. So, yeah, we're in Cleveland. I just did, I'm Medlee. I just did, we had a ladies' night at Crobar, so it was just like all female producers, and there was just a female band who just went on stage. I make all my own beats, and I've been singing since I was a kid, so like I used to just do instrumentals when I was kind of just getting my footing, but lately for the past like year or so I've been incorporating vocals and incorporating a lot of vocals in my beats. So I did a full set just now of that.
Yeah. And you wasn't too thrilled about it. You felt like you could have did better.
I was happy with it, but
a lot of people was coming up to you like, "Oh my God, you killed it! You did so great."
I was happy with it, but like,
you know, you could do better.
Yeah, like my voice was just cracking a little bit, but like I still thought I was sounding good. It was just like some notes, like I love when I hit them, and I wasn't hitting them, so I was just like, damn, like. But it was still a very nice time, and like.
Yeah, that's good.
I had a great time.
All right, so we're gonna keep this brief. So let's try to keep it condensed. So
sorry.
Initially, no, you're good. 'Cause I know you gotta get going. My ass gotta get back on the road, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm good at like getting off track. So like,
no, you're good.
Keep you on the bus.
We're gonna do our best to keep you on track.
Yeah.
All right. So initially, before we got going, you was telling me out there that you was athlete too. You was playing ball.
Yeah.
How now? Because how tall are you? You're tall. Y'all probably can't see you on camera.
But I'm wearing heels, so I'm like 6'2" right now. Like I'm
so you're walking around towering over people.
Yeah. Fortunately, there's a couple other tall women in here, yes. So we're like we're ganging up on everybody right now.
Tall woman gang, stand up.
But yes,
so you play ball.
Yeah. I did. However, like music was always a big deal kind of in my family. I feel like a little more so than maybe other, especially like white families. Like my aunties and stuff really loved house and hip hop and jazz. And my dad really loved jazz, so I just heard it like a lot of like lounge and like maybe stuff that other people didn't hear quite as often. I heard a lot of.
So you were exposed to it early.
Yeah. And my parents also own a really small family business, a little French restaurant, and they play like a ton of jazz in there and soul in there all the time. And I've been working in there since I was a kid, so I've always been hearing jazz and soul.
Okay, so it was just kind of ingrained in you.
Yeah.
So your background is French?
Not really.
Oh, okay. So you said French, French restaurant.
They've had it for like 16 years now.
Nice. So they just took over it. They bought it out.
No, they started it from like the ground up. They were just both involved in culinary of like different kinds for a while, and they started that. But yeah, aside from basketball, like that took over a lot of my middle school and high school years. But I was still involved in music despite that.
Was
like,
it a battle?
Yeah, like I tried to make it both work, but it's just like impossible to do both.
Playing sports, that's a big commitment. You got practices, you gotta show up, you gotta travel for games, training, you can train,
weekend stuff, practices after school.
You like get these beats out real quick.
Yeah, but like literally since I was like 13 or 14, I wanted to make my own album, and that's like something I still technically haven't done. Like I don't have a full-length album. I have an EP.
So that's still on your bucket list.
Yeah, that's something I feel like I
album.
just started working on that. Like I'm just just starting working on it.
So you're in the early stages of creating your first full-length LP.
Yeah, just something with a little more structure.
Nice. So what are you thinking? 8-10 records?
Yeah.
Something around there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So around 14, you said 14 and 15, that's when you started really taking the music thing seriously. And did the love of the sports just kind of like fade away? You just like, you know what?
Yeah, it was
all
like
chips in with the
starting
music.
to.
All chips in with the music. I'm
It
done
was
with the
starting
sports.
to, yeah. I feel like maybe around like my mid-teens, it was starting to like fade out. Or I was just like, I'm not sure about basketball at this point. But like,
the passion was no longer there. Like, fuck
it
these
still
jump
was.
shots.
Like, I still love basketball.
Like
Like, it's the
packed
greatest
practices.
sport ever. But
When's the last time you shot a jump shot?
unfortunately, it's
See?
been a minute. Okay, but I can still nail it if I shot it. Like,
So if we was to go outside
I'm
right
still in the
now,
bag.
so you still nice.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
put in the time. Like I'll always be nice, but like
You always be nice with it. Are you
But-
better at music or better at basketball? If I told you to create something on the spot musically or go out and shoot 10 jump
you know
shots.
what's cool though about both those things is I think I had my own style with both of them. Like I wasn't the type of ball player to like go out and like kill everyone and like cross everyone over, but I did like all the background work and I still scored a lot. Like I was like blocking shots. I'm
shit.
like hustling. I'm like they left me in the whole game because I could run. Like I don't know. So I just feel like I have like a unique style with music, and I had a unique basketball style. Like there's both like they're both me. Like because basketball is super stylish. Like you can't play it if you don't have style. Sorry.
Damn, shots fired. Damn.
Not like any type of way, but it is like it's a little dance game. Like it's like a flow.
All right, I respect that. Speaking of style, your music style, and I'll tell you this when you had got on stage after watching your performance and hearing your style and knowing that you make your own beats. You said a lot of people, or sometimes you get Sade vibes. It's Sade-esque.
Yeah.
Do you kind of see it that way? How would you describe your sound?
Yeah.
Or do you even look at it like that? You just create and it is what it is. Do you kind of like how my style's like this, or I kind of trying to go with this pocket? How would
I
you
guess
describe it?
Depending on what maybe I'm influenced by those particular couple days, or like during that week, or maybe if I've made a lot of one genre recently and want to try another. But definitely, I mean, I love Sade, and I can't ignore her when I'm making tracks, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's a number of female artists who
Who are some of your influences?
obviously Erykah Badu,
Ooh.
Bebel Gilberto,
Yeah.
if you're familiar with her at all. Ella Fitzgerald, Dina Washington,
Ooh.
pretty much all the jazz greats like Sarah Vaughan, Sade, Lauryn Hill. Sorry, I'm like
Draw the blank.
I'm
That's
like
a good
kind of
list.
like listening to the tracks right now.
Yeah.
I'm like
For those of
thinking about what
y'all
I'm
probably
saying.
can't tell right now, but there is a bomb ass set going on
Yeah,
right
there's like
now.
a whole set going on in the background. I'm like kind of like.
Hey, we
what's
can see it on the
going
screen. Y'all
but-
can't see it right now. We actually can watch what's going on.
But
That's some good influences. So you kind of do you take a little bit from each of those?
yeah, without even like always
Realizing
being
you're doing
conscious
it.
of it. It's just stuff that's in your implant, like a little bit implanted.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I listen to a lot of beat makers, so it's kind of like a cross between like that and then like a more jazzy, soulful vocal sound
Yeah.
accompanied with maybe my love for just beat making and hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah. Couple more questions. We're gonna wrap this up. When you're creating, right? I'm curious about your creative process because you are a dual artist, meaning you write your own music and you also make the beats and you record yourself. You were telling me behind the scenes that sometimes you're like, yo, what the fuck you doing? You're like, all right, that ain't working. I'm gonna go over here with it.
Yeah.
And I found that intro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how the hell?
Because sometimes I
Your
get
creative process is very fascinating. What do you typically start with? Do you start with the beat first, or do you write the lyrics first, or does a melody come in your head first? Talk to us about your creative process.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like a mess.
Yeah, it can be a mess. Yeah, for sure.
But when it comes out, this just sounds magnificent. It's like, how the hell did that come out of that?
It's just, let's see. Sometimes I will like write lyrics separate. And maybe I'll refer back to those when the time comes. But for the most part, I start with a beat, and I'll start with. For the past like year or two, I've been starting with drums. For the most part, like 70% of the time, I'll start with the drums, and then, or I'll pop on a record and be like, okay, I like this tempo. I'm gonna start something at this tempo. Or I'll hear a song that I like earlier that day that sounds something similar to what I would do, and I'm like, I want to make a track similar to that with my own flair on it.
Yeah.
I have like a pretty large keyboard, so sometimes I'll start with just keys. But sometimes like sampling isn't what I want to do, or sometimes making just a piano beat isn't what I want to do. So it's important to like, I mean, it's real though. Like it's important to utilize all your tools for different reasons because they're all super useful. And I go through different phases of what I'm listening to or what I'm inspired by. So it's like,
so you're creating a moment.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's like when it hits you, you're like, all right, I got an idea in my head. Let's
Same with like vocals. Like sometimes it's just like, fuck, like I'm gonna write this line because I like the melody, and it doesn't have to be anything super important, or I'm trying to say like X, Y, and Z. I'm just trying to get a melody over what I'm doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to sing over what I'm doing. I'm not even like fully thinking of it as a song. It's just like trying to create something right now. It's my day off. I don't have to work. I'm trying to like trying to get it in while I got it.
All right. And finally, you know, for you, what do you see in the future for yourself as an artist? Do you have a goal that you're trying to accomplish? I know you said you're working on your first, full project right now.
Yeah.
What do you envision for yourself with this music thing? Because it seems like you're all chips in right now with it. Like you're really immersing yourself in it. You're getting out here performing.
Yeah.
You're mingling around with other artists. You're networking. You're connecting. Like
that's been huge lately. It's just getting
like
involved with other
spread your wings a little bit more.
Yeah.
What happened? Y'all can hear us because we're still up there, but y'all can't see us.
Can't see. That's okay.
Yeah, we're going to fix this.
Should I keep talking? Or wait till it comes on?
Wait till it comes on.
All right.
Remember what question I asked you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
So where am I going as an artist? What's the question? Okay. Oh, that's okay. It's currently I have like my own separate studio in my house at the moment. Yeah. My boyfriend owns the house that I live in, and like he has a studio. He makes music too, and I have a studio. Cause he rents out the upstairs, and we have a 3-bedroom downstairs. So we have like 2 bedrooms are occupied by 2 studios.
Oh shit! Damn. God damn. All right, we are back. Technical difficulties, but we got it together. Yes. Okay, yes, we was on the final question.
Yeah.
So what you envision for yourself as an artist right now? Because like I said, like you seem like you're in a space where you just are all chips in. You're out here mingling around with other artists. You're hitting the stage. You're performing. You're creating. You're working on your album now. For you, what do you want to accomplish with this?
So just this summer I started singing on stage a lot, and that's been like since I started, like new opportunities kind of keep popping up since I put my foot in the door.
Sounds nerve-wracking, to be honest.
No, yeah, it is. It is. That's true. But it's also like something to be like really present for, and just like keep trying to take one step at a time. And like like my one friend, he said he's an older musician. He's been doing this for a little bit, and he always said that it's like a career, not a one-off. So just like kind of taking everything in stride. And I'm starting to work with more people lately, so that's been something new and different for me, just collaborating and like seeing how I fit into the equation with other people.
Else, right? Because that seems like that would be a challenge, because each artist comes with their own sound. It's like, okay, how do we figure this out?
Or just like discovering what you're good at when you're working with someone else, or like maybe what they think that you're good at, and you're like, oh, I didn't know I was good at doing that, but okay, I'll do it if you want, if like that's what you want. But I guess I like to be a little realistic. Like, I think a lot of people, unfortunately, these days are really popping off on TikTok and stuff like that. I don't see myself really doing that, to be honest.
Getting into the whole TikTok thing. No. Are you kind of over it? Like,
and making like overnight money. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't see that ever really happening in my circumstances.
The overnight success thing.
Like and that's not even like why I do it. Like,
because a lot of people go that route. Like, I'm gonna get popping on TikTok, and I'm gonna get all these followers. And I'm
downloaded TikTok. Like, I'm gonna be dead ass.
You don't even have that.
So I guess I just want it to take me as far as it can, and I still love it, and I still want to keep making new stuff and like continue to grow as an artist. That's all I'm trying to do at the moment. Like, just continue to develop my sound and continue to be better than I was the last show or the last project or the last song. Like, just keep building up my own energy and the people around me. Because Cleveland's dope. Like, the Midwest is so cool. Like, there's so much shit in here that I feel like people don't even know about. Like, or don't even understand, because you can't if you're not from here. Like,
a lot of people shit on the Midwest.
It's Ohio, so cool. I mean, like, it's like a really weird pocket of the world.
It really is. You're like all in the middle of everything.
But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep working on this next little bit of a larger project and see where that I guess takes me from here. This summer's been great. So like,
nice. Like
Brittany and Sadu are like Cleveland legends at the moment. Like, they're doing great things. So I'm thrilled to have share the stage with them tonight. Same with Navy and AM. Like, it's really cool to just be a part of things. Like, small things like these in your own city are more important than you think. Like, I don't know. Like, you're providing a nice night for everyone tonight.
Right.
Like,
right. I like that. You're embracing that groundwork. Because that's where you build that foundation. Because like you said, like with the overnight success thing, if you miss the steps of like really getting your foot in the ground and like in the trenches and building something up, but if you just get to the success, like you be big headed, you have. It's like.
Because you put it over like a good video. Like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, fuck.
Now, if it happened for you, would you neglect it? Would you be resistant if it happened that way instead of organically? Like, fuck, I did not want to get famous this way. Fuck! They're almost some fucking internet sensation.
Really I think I would be a little mad. Just because, like, I think I would be a little mad. I would, like...
You like, damn, then they look at me like I'm just some fucking internet chick. like, I'm really like, I put the groundwork. But to be
honest, like, I know myself, so if people think of me that way, good for you. Like, but I don't think of me that way, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel it. You secure yourself.
Yeah. So, like, if that would happen, obviously I'd be like, oh, damn, I wasn't expecting. I didn't want it to go that way. I still know my true intentions. If you want to take it X and Y, take it X and Y. But I'm going to keep it A and B. Like, so.
All right. Now, for the fellas who probably are watching, and ladies, they're probably looking at you like,
I've had like 4
What's the situation? Is she taken? Is she available? Sorry, fellas. Sorry, ladies. She's taken. Do you get is the attention like a bit much for you at times? Like people see you out and about or see you at the performance, they kind of approach you like, "Hey, shorty, I like your voice there, honey."
No,
do you get a lot of that?
Always like people have been weird for me like for forever.
Like
I'm like, does it like people could say the craziest shit and it like goes over my head. I'm like, okay,
you're used to it.
like if you're not a woman, like you would not believe the shit people say to you. Like it's just like every day, like some weird ass shit. You're like, okay,
I'll
just
be
part of my day.
Yeah. Like y'all, I hear the horror stories. Y'all walk out the door and boom, it's on.
No,
as soon as you step foot out the
serious.
door,
like
somebody in your face.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting. But
yeah, bless your heart.
I do. I mean,
you handle it well, though.
Yeah,
it seems.
I appreciate like genuine feedback on my music, and just like connecting with people, or like just seeing people dancing, like when you're putting on, and like truly enjoying what you're doing is like all you really need is just like that encouragement when you're on stage and when you get off is like, okay, I know people were rocking with my set. Great.
Yeah, dope. I love it. All right, man, we gonna wrap this up. We gonna let her get up out of here. Cool. Go enjoy some more music. I'm gonna see if I can get SYS back here before I go.
They're
chop it up with them. Tell them where they can find you at again.
Oh yeah,
your social medias where everybody can follow you, all that stuff. Go ahead.
My Instagram is Medlee MEDLEE. I think it's like _._ because it was taken, but. You can, if you just search Medlee, I'm sure it'll come up. And then on Spotify and all that stuff, it's just Medlee.
That's where you can get all the music.
Yes, you can find it there. So, yeah.
If somebody wants some production, if they want to hit you up for a beat.
Yeah, best to probably just hit me up through Instagram. And if it's going somewhere, we can definitely like exchange numbers and all that. Or emails, however it works best for you. But yeah, just hit me up through my Instagram.
Nice. There y'all go. Make sure y'all tap in. Medlee right here.
Hey.
We're in Cleveland. We're at the Crobar. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.